Listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
Hi everyone, it's Conundrum back again with another reactionary video. This time I will be reacting to an Honesty trailer, and this Honesty trailer is for Final Fantasy X. Now, if you know anything about Final Fantasy X, this came out way back in 2001 and was re-released in 2013 as a re-release on PlayStation 3. The first time it came out was on PlayStation 2, of course, and I'm going to give my reaction to it in a second, but of course before I say anything, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's go ahead and get into the video. Here we go.
The following trailer is rated H for honest.
From the people who brought you almost all of the great RPGs of the Super Nintendo and PlayStation eras, and Mystic Quest, comes another installment in the classic series whose name gets more oxymoronic the longer it goes: Final Fantasy X. Enter the mystical world of Spira, a post-apocalyptic planet where everyone's in the same weird cult, where you'll take on a holy pilgrimage to bring down Catholic guilt Godzilla by collecting marbles, waiting for your turn, and playing a whole bunch of fantasy water polo. Slide into the ridiculous asymmetrical zip-off shorts of Tidus, a physically impossible sports star and naive gagged lookalike, pulled from his native fantasy land into the real fantasy land, forced to deal with some serious daddy issues and some legendary voice acting. Then join up with Yuna, the perfect Japanese trifecta of little girl love interest, super powerful magic user, and human sacrifice, and her handful of guardians: a stoic sword fighter who's always faking a broken arm, a Middle Eastern Donatello who's even more jailbaity than Yuna, a busty black mage with a dress made of belts that no one ever mentions, a racist dude bro voiced by Bender from Futurama, and the Cookie Monster, as you quest to collect all of Yuna's Pokemon and reach the end of your journey, where you'll sacrifice your lives to take out a giant sea monster that's also your dad, until it comes back to life in like 3 days anyway, in the most downer fantasy game since Requiem for a Dream RPG. Experience the pinnacle of turn-of-the-century graphical fidelity as Final Fantasy X brings you visuals that blew minds in 2001, then uses them to bring you the same everybody stands in a line and waits their turn combat as the last 9 games. Long, straightforward maps that relentlessly funnel you to the next cutscene, a grid-based leveling system with about as many detours as the maps, and a narrative that has pretty much the same objective from the first few hours of the game until the end, in the most linear Final Fantasy experience since... actually, they're all kind of like that. Get ready for gameplay whiplash as Final Fantasy X's unchallenging rock-paper-scissors combat, as you matching the party member with the enemy for the first 3/4 of the game, with gameplay so simple you only have to wake up when there's a boss fight, then snap to attention as the endgame suddenly starts hitting you with an actual challenge, and you get to discover a true Final Fantasy tradition: grinding. Yay? Experience a wide variety of side activities and quests, mini-games that serve as pleasant distractions from the somber nature of the main story, until you reach the endgame and realize that grinding doesn't have to only mean leveling up, as FF10 locks away the best equipment for your characters behind insane challenges that will have you chasing butterflies, catching monsters, racing these annoying chocobos, dodging 200 lightning bolts consecutively, and playing way more blitzball than anyone should. So pick up your lava lamp sword and get ready for a boatload of fake religious jargon, because if you like your fantasy with a hefty dollop of Kingdom Hearts-esque existential bullshit, this game has totally got you covered. Starring Meg Ryan, Unibrow, Titty Monster, Waka Waka Waka, Orange, you being kind of a dick, hates Mondays, Cosplay Patreon, and Seymour of my chest hair. Final fell asleep 10 times. Man, that was a crazy game. Only thing that would make it even crazier is if they made a sequel where Yuna's a pop star / treasure hunter who fights by changing outfits. But that would never happen.
Be sure to subscribe for more honest game trailers. And tell me what you'd like to hear me say in my awesome voice.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? I love the smell of napalm in the morning. To be or not to be? That is the question. Let me show you my Pokemans. Shut up and get in the car.
Alright, so that was the end of the actual trailer, the Honesty trailer, and honestly, he was right about everything that was going on. Of course, you remember a lot of the characters that you saw in the actual game, and the game was really, really long in a way, but it was very linear, and you didn't really have a lot to do. You kind of follow the steps and kind of go in from there. It did get kind of complicated with certain areas, so of course, you try to get the legendary weapons and things of that nature, and of course, you had so many different characters that you had to switch them back and forth from, so that was pretty interesting as well. So it definitely was an interesting game. I enjoyed the gameplay. I enjoyed the storyline as well, because without a good storyline, you really don't have a really good game without a good storyline, at least in my view. So my thoughts are is that the Honesty trailer was very well done. They really did touch on a lot of things that you did have to do. I was tired a lot of times of that stupid chocobo racing, as well as that dodging 200 freaking consecutive lightning attack so you can actually get a weapon, which made no type of sense. Majority of times you didn't use Kimari most of the time anyway. You only use Titus. You pretty much use Yuna all the time, and you pretty much use Waka or Lulu. Riku every blue moon, but a lot of times some of the characters you really didn't use very often unless you really, really wanted to. Certain people had certain areas that you always had to use them in, and you didn't really have a choice. So, it was a great game, and I enjoyed the game, and I'm re-releasing it as well onto the PlayStation 3 because, as you know, if you didn't have a backwards compatible system or you got one with faulty PlayStation 3 that gave you the infamous 3 red lights, you had to sit there and go back and try to, go get another PlayStation 3 or you said they had to go through all the trouble of trying to find another way to get your game. So, it was just good that they actually just brought out the PlayStation 3 as opposed to you having to get the backwards compatible one. They possibly gave you the 3 red lights of death that pretty much infamously told you that your game system was not going to work and it was just a piece of garbage and basically a paperweight for the rest of your life. So, anyway, those were just my thoughts on it. I really love the gameplay again, and I really love the characters and their development and how you went through the story about trying to figure out how you're going to save people, as well as having to kill your dad in the story, which is pretty infamously known at the end of the game. You're going to have to kill your father because he was the bad guy, aka Sin. So honestly, I really enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on the actual trailer, if you saw it, if you liked it, if you hated it, if you thought it sucked. What would you add on to it? What were your favorite parts of the game? Of course, did you have certain parts of the game that you really loved to play that you really hated? Certain scenes that you really wish they hadn't put in there, certain games you wish, let's just say, mini games that they had that you really wish they would have taken out, but they kept it anyway. So please put them down in the comment section and let me know. And if you do have other videos you would like me to react to, please put them down in the comment section as well. And before I let you guys go, of course, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.